Good morning. Welcome. So this week is the autumnal equinox. And the autumnal equinox is described as a gap. It's not summer, it's not quite winter, it's a period of transition and a period of clarity. It's a gap between the two seasons. And it's a time to clear, to be able to rest, to stop, and to think. It is a peaceful time of the year. It is. Patanjali, the sage who wrote the Yoga Sutras, describes the gaps that we have in our lives, like the gaps between breath. When we inhale and pause for a second, that's a gap of clarity. And he calls it the autumnal clarity of the mind. And he says he calls it that because it's just like nature's autumnal equinox, when we are in that gap, that peaceful place. So with that in mind, close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. And then deepen your breath, fill your lungs all the way up, and then pause for a count of 3, where nothing is happening. And then exhale slowly, long, slow exhale. And when you're completely empty of breath, pause. Nothing is happening. It's that gap in between. Inhale and pause, and continue with this sequence of breath with that gap in between the inhale and the exhale, and at the end of each. After your next exhale, pause and return to your natural breath. And open your eyes. All right. So bring your hands down alongside your hips. And walk your right hand away, left arm goes overhead for a side body stretch, your whole side body. Bend your right elbow, allowing your shoulder to drop. Inhale, and then on an exhale, place your left hand forward of your right knee and bring your arms into parallel. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, bend your elbows and bow. Hold that exhale, that emptiness. Inhale, straight arms, hold it for just a moment, that moment where nothing happens. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straight arms. Slide your hands to your knee, left hand on right knee, turn to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, get taller and hold for a moment. Exhale, empty of breath. And feel that emptiness. Inhale your right arm up alongside your ear, your left hand on your right thigh, and stretch to the left. Inhale both arms to center. Take another deep inhale. On an exhale, send your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers into Yoga Mudra, little baby back bend. Inhale, and on an exhale, fold over your legs any amount. On an inhale, unfold. Release your arms. Walk your left hand away and stretch your right side body. Drop your shoulder. Inhale, and on an exhale, place your right hand forward of your knee, parallel arms. Long spine. Inhale, hold that breath. Exhale, bend your elbows and bow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. Slide your hands, right hand on left knee, and twist. Inhale. Bring both arms up. Oh, nope, sorry. Place your right hand on your left thigh, left arm alongside your ear, and another side stretch. Bring both arms up to center. Bill, can you switch that light on for me, please? Send your arms back behind you. Come on to the palms of your hands, fingers pointing forward. Deep inhale, open up your heart. Big back bend. Inhale, and on an exhale, spring off your fingers, fold forward. On an inhale, unfold. Lengthen your legs and shake them loose. Yeah. Okay. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hands on your shins. Inhale, send your heart forward, curling your spine into a C shape. Exhale, opposite direction. Allow your spine to curl, allowing your whole spine to loosen, to release. Inhale, come forward. And now continue at your own pace, but thinking about that gap that you can create in between moving forward, that pause, and moving back. Pause where nothing happens, where we can have more clarity. And the next time you're in your cat, come up to sit. Last night was the harvest moon, that beautiful full moon, perfectly aligned with the autumnal equinox. So we're going to do a little harvesting. Send your arms straight out from your shoulders. Lean forward and grab that bushel. Bring it towards your chest. Inhale, exhale, bring your arms around that bushel of whatever you want it to be and come up to a flat back. Open your arms. Once more, reach and bring it to your heart. Release your arms. Okay. Bring your hands to a prayer. You're going to make a little scoop with your hands, yeah, and you're going to scoop up water or whatever you wish it to be. Bring it up, pour it over your head and send it back behind you. Release your arms, bring them to a prayer. Create a scoop. Scoop up that beautiful substance. Bring it up over your head and back behind you. Hands to your heart. Bowl. Scoop. Send it back behind you. Release your arms. Butterfly your legs and bring them in a little closer, just a little bit, right? And then pause. Then you're going to close your legs and open them. Close and open. And open. And pause for a moment with your legs, knees wide apart. And so this is where your knees naturally land, right? These are where mine land in this pose, in this position. So what I'm going to do is put my hands on my knees and push my knees down just enough to feel the opening in my inner thighs, just enough. And then close your legs. Open your knees. Pause and then push a little bit more to stretch your inner thigh muscles, your adductors, just a little bit more. Bring your knees back together one more time. Open and push your knees down just a little bit more. And then relax, lengthen your legs and shake them loose. All right, so we're going to come on to our hands and knees. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders or just a little bit forward of them, your knees under your hips. Let's do some cats and dogs here and do this on your own. You know this with your eyes closed, right? So just allow that pause between shape shifting of your spine. Feel all your vertebrae opening up, stretching, allowing the synovial fluid to warm up, allowing the discs and cartilage between each bone to soften. Next time you're in your cat spine, pause. Send your hips to your heels. Lengthen your arms overhead. Look between your hands. Lift your hips slowly. And bring your shoulders over your wrists, lengthening your legs behind you. Inhale, exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, come forward. Turn under your toes. Take a breath and then come into downward facing dog, your upside down V shape. Heels towards the mat, chest towards your thighs. Feel your perfect alignment here. And everybody's perfect is a little different, but it's still perfect. And begin to walk your dog. And then come back to your dog. And we're going to do that again with one little difference. You'll bend your right knee and send your left heel towards the mat. And you're going to pump it, and feel the back of your knee, your calf muscles stretching. You can actually feel it. And then switch and do the other side, pumping your heel to the mat. Then come back to your dog. Come forward, bring your left knee under your left hip, your shoulders over your wrists. Right. You're going to swivel your right foot on the mat and fan open to the right. Send your right arm alongside your ear, your toes in the opposite direction. Maybe your leg will come off the mat just a little bit to stretch your whole side body. Now, your arm alongside your ear, so open up your shoulder. So you want shoulder on top of shoulder. That will allow you to open up your chest a little bit more. Bring your hand and your knee down. And we'll do that on the other side. Let's come first to downward facing dog. Place your right knee down underneath your right hip. Slide your shoulders forward. Swivel your left foot. Fan open to the left. Lift your left leg. Bring it back down. Send your right arm alongside your left arm alongside your left ear. And open up your chest as you stretch your whole side body. Same thing you did on the other side. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee down. All right. Come to sit on your heels and shake out your hands to release your wrists a little bit. Back of your hands together and push them toward each other and shake them out. Right. And then come back to hands and knees. You're going to send your right leg back behind you again. You're going to send your left arm out in front of you. You're going to lift your right leg. You come down anytime, or you can hold it for just a little more, and then bring it down. Send your left leg out back behind you. Lift it. Extend your right arm. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down. Child's pose. Reverse the fold of your wrists while you're here. And come back up onto your hands and knees. All right. One last thing, little rotation of our hip joint. Send your right leg back behind you. You're going to lift it up. You're going to rotate that leg so that your toes are pointing away from you, so that your entire leg, the inside of your entire leg, is facing the floor. Right? And you're going to swing your leg around and place it down on the floor opposite your knee. And you're going to fan open to the right. Bring your hand back down, looking down at your mat. You're going to lift your right leg. So you're still on the big toe side of your leg. You're going to swing it back. And when you get back, then you're going to reverse the rotation so that your toes and your knee are pointing to the mat. Then place your foot back on the mat, the ball of your foot back. And we'll do that on the other side. So now, send your left leg back behind you. Lift it. Rotate it so that the entire leg rotates. Big toe side facing the mat. Swing it around opposite your knee or as far as it goes. Doesn't have to come up to your knee. Fan open. Bring your hand down. Right, lift, swing back, then rotate so that knee and toes face down before you bring the ball of your foot to the mat. Bring your knees down to the mat. Come to child's pose. Well, you're in child's pose. Wrap your arms around your legs if they aren't already there. If you can take the heels of your foot with your hands, you do that. Otherwise, just let your arms stretch back behind you alongside your legs. Place the crown of your head down on the mat. That you might need to lift your hips a little to do that. And then keep lifting your hips to roll over the back of your neck, your cervical spine, to open it up. We carry so much tension there. Let's open it wide. And then reverse the roll and come back down into your child's pose. Send your arms overhead. Come up on to your fingertips. Send your left arm underneath your right. It doesn't matter which one actually you start with. Look under your arm. And if you want to bring your shoulder a little closer to the mat, lift your hips a little bit and walk your fingers farther away, opening up that shoulder joint. Unthread. And we'll do that on the other side. So this time, thread right under left and come down onto your shoulder as far as you can comfortably go. And walk your fingers away for a deeper stretch. Unthread. Place your arms overhead, your forearms on the mat, and just fold over. All right. So we're going to come up to stand. All right, so we're going to do a half moon pose. You will need to get a chair to do this. So, or if you have a coffee table nearby or any kind of a stool, anything nearby. So just take a moment to do that, to grab something. All right. So this is a very ambitious pose, and it's usually never done in a gentle class. What? Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. This new carpet is very slippery, so Bill reminded me to put it on the mat so it doesn't slip. So if you have if your chair is going to slip, put it on your mat, please. All right. So we're going to start in warrior two legs, with warrior two legs. So the leg that's facing your chair, your knee is bent. Right. You might want to come a little bit away from the edge of the chair. So in half moon pose, and let me show it to you first. Some of you know this and some of you will do it with ease. But it's, and as I said, it's not usually gentle, but I'm doing it a gentle way. This is the way I do it in chair class, right? So you're going to move toward your chair, the seat of your chair. And as you do that, you're bringing your weight over your leg with the bent knee. Because what you're going to do is lift your back leg, send your arm straight up to the sky. And if you only lift it a little bit, that's okay too. This is called Ardachandrasana, the half moon pose. We have to do two of them because we need a full moon, right? And bring your leg down. And we'll do it on the other side. Right. So I asked you to watch me first, so you're going to have to do this 2 more times unless you did it already. Right. Hand on the mat, bring your weight forward. So let me stop for a minute. I start you in warrior two because your hips are already set up. You know how I tell you when we go into a triangle pose to stack your hips? So in this pose, that's also what you're trying to do. So in warrior two, you're kind of already there. So bring your weight over your supporting. So you don't want to close up. It's only one, your chest is wide open. You're going to spring off your back leg and lift it up as much as is comfortable, right? And bring it down. All right, so if you haven't done both sides, Go ahead and do the other side. Okay, it looks like everybody's done. All right. Okay, good. So we're going to do that again later. So just put your chair where it is, where, off the mat a bit, and come to your mountain pose. Take a deep breath and exhale. Deep breath, hold it. Exhale, hold the emptiness. Inhale, gather. Exhale, fly over your legs. Inhale, come halfway up to a flat back. Inhale, come out and up, and bring your arms up overhead alongside your ears. Step your right leg back. Warrior one, knee over ankle, long back leg, shoulders square with the edge of your mat. Bring your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, send your knuckles down to the mat, open up your heart, brave heart. Inhale, exhale, come halfway. For a humble warrior, bow your head. Push your feet into the mat. Release your arms. Swivel your feet into warrior two. Now take this moment to get your chair set up. So your feet are pointing forward. Now swivel your leg that's near the chair into warrior two. We're going to do warrior two first. Just get your chair ready. Look over your right fingers. Peaceful warrior. We're going to do a triangle first. So straighten your leg. Left hip on top, outside hip on top of bottom hip. Bring your hand inside your leg. All straight lines. It's a triangle, right? And now from this triangle, you're going to bend your knee. And you're going to come into a half moon pose, Ardachandrasana. Bring your hand to the seat of the chair and take your time stepping off your back leg. Make sure you have your weight over your front leg so you can just lift it up any amount, any amount. And then bring it down. Lovely, okay. Other side. Oops, yeah. All right, mountain. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bring your arms all the way up alongside your ears. Step your left leg back. Warrior one. Let's say a prayer first this time. Look up at your prayer. Bring your prayer to your heart. Send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra. Inhale, exhale, humble warrior. Any amount. Bow your head to show your humility. Push your feet into the mat. Come all the way up. Release your arms. Swivel to the outside edge of your mat. Feet pointing forward. Right? Then send your left foot toward the chair. We're first going to do warrior two. Come to warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Straighten your leg. Triangle. Back to warrior two. Begin to make your way into half moon pose. Lifting your leg, your hand on the chair. And bring it down. I had to take off my glasses so I couldn't see. Okay. All right. Okay, it is time for us to come back down onto the mat. So bend your knees. Let's do a little squatting first. Let's go down gradually so we can get our squats in, right? So bend slightly and then straighten. Bend a little more and straighten. Bend a lot more and straighten. Bend a lot more, bring your hands down, and you know the rest. So you're going to come all the way down and send your legs out in front of you. So you're sitting with your hands alongside your hips, toes to the sky. Elbows reaching back. Inhale, gather all that energy, bring it to your heart. Inhale one more time, only this time leave your arms reaching up for the sky. Bend your knees slightly. Inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to send your whole spine forward and bring your hands to the outside of your feet, ankles or calves, whatever you're comfortably reaching. And maybe you'll straighten your legs for Pashimotanasana, the Western stretch, to expose the moon side of your body. Look up. Bring your arms alongside your ears and unhinge, and bring your arms down by your side. Send your arms straight out in front of you, your palms facing each other. All right. Inhale, slide your spine back. Exhale, go forward, sending your fingers past your toes, maybe. Inhale, slide back. Exhale, slide forward. Remember, again, you're hinging from your hip sockets. And the next time you're all the way back, pause, bring your forearms down on the mat and step your hips forward and make your way all the way down on to your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Place one hand on each knee. Then you're going to send your knees away, straightening your arms, and then bring your knees back to your chest. And continue to do that, feeling your back flatten completely when your knees come in, and that little curve in your lower back happen when you send your knees away, feeling your massage of your lower back, rolling over your sacrum and your lumbar spine. Next time your knees are into your chest, pause. Bring your feet to the mat and take a blanket or a block and slide it underneath your sacrum, or just below your waist. And send your legs up to the sky, imagining that your hips and your legs are against a wall. So that's where they should be. Your arms can be in Shavasana arms. They can be straight out from your shoulders or overhead, whatever feels good. Right now, this feels really good to me. Right. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. Lift your hips if you have anything underneath. And come into Shavasana, allowing your legs to splay open, your arms rotated so that the palms of your hands can reach upward in a gathering, receiving and giving mudra. Feel yourself connecting with the earth, allowing all the energy you generate to sink in, allowing your body to assimilate it, allowing every joint, every muscle you've just used to make the most of your movements, to gather the benefits of your movements. Take a deep breath and release it. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, back behind you, your feet in the opposite direction for a big, long, full body stretch. And bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to massage your full back. Come to center and roll over on to your right side, the sun side, to expose the moon side. And when you're ready, make your way up to sit. So if you're staying for meditation, please come into your comfortable seat, your Sukhasana, or sit in a chair, feet to the earth. So today we're going to do a meditation that I wrote, and we'll get to Mickey VA later today. Now, Mickey is, for those of you who don't know her, she's a member of our congregation, and she went to the hospital for a simple procedure, heart procedure, and turned out to be major heart surgery, and something, they found something that they had to fix. So she's just home now recovering. But we all have someone in our lives who are in that position of recovering. Maybe it's ourselves, maybe it's anxiety we're struggling with. So this meditation can work for anyone in our life who you know who needs healing right now, or for yourself. I'm dedicating it for me to Mickey. So close your eyes. And follow your breath. Feel your natural breath. Focus in on it so you can feel its life-giving properties. Remember to come back to this breath at any time should you get distracted. I breathe in. I feel my breath. Just repeat those words to yourself. I breathe out. I share my breath. I breathe in. I feel my breath. I breathe out. I share my breath. I breathe in. I feel this moment. I breathe out. I embrace this moment in time. I breathe in. I hear my heartbeat. I hear it. I feel it. I breathe out. I feel its rhythm. I breathe in. I feel my heart repairing. I breathe out a sigh of gratitude. I breathe in, I listen closely to my heart. I breathe out, I share the love that it holds. I breathe in, I feel my heart revitalizing. I breathe out, I feel new life. I breathe in, I feel the love of so many. I breathe out, I connect to them with mine. I breathe in a healing, divine light. I breathe in a healing, divine light. I breathe out and share this light with all of humanity. Feel that healing light, that healing energy travel throughout your body. Feel it fill you up. And say these words with commitment. I am whole. I am healthy. I am grateful. I am love. I feel whole. I feel healthy. I feel deep gratitude. I feel love. I am love. Bring your hands together at your heart and feel your heart beating. Hear it beating. And send that love that you hold there out into the world. Bow your head and open your eyes as you lift your head. Thank you all so much for being with me.